Hey, and welcome back. So, as we kick this thing off for breaking down the challenge part, I want you to remember that everything is going to ladder back up to that ultimate mission, right? So, in the last video, we shared how the goal is supposed to ladder up to the mission. But in this section, we're going to show how the challenge ladders up to the goal, right? It may seem overly intuitive, but it's really important to get this part right because as product managers, you'll hear a lot about managing a backlog, managing a feature backlog, and more forward-thinking PMs will talk about managing a problem backlog, which I think is a lot more effective, right? But to that point, there are no end to the number of problems that we could potentially tackle, right? But what we want to define is the challenge here is what challenge is worth solving, or what challenge is the most likely thing if we solve it to help us accomplish our goal. So for me, if I was going to gather enough insights to form a hypothesis around what a potential MVP could be to help bridge the gap in product management experience, the thing that I determined was the biggest challenge to something that could do that on a global scale is acquiring universally relevant insights. I needed a common thread that said, here are the experiences, the skills, the things that PMs are expected to do in their first product role, whether they're a junior PM, an associate PM, or hired as a PM, expected to be able to execute on X, Y, and Z for the company, right? So regardless of geography, regardless of industry, regardless of title, when you get first hired in that first PM role, what are your expectations and what is gonna set you up for success, right? If you can execute on these skills, whether they're hard skills or soft skills, these are the things that are going to set you up, right? So for me, the challenge was, how do I uncover and acquire those insights? Because without those insights, there's no way I can form a hypothesis around how to productize this experience in a tangible way, which ultimately feeds back into the mission. Okay. So as you're thinking about your mission and the goal that you set, or the goal that you already have that's been given to you, right? Really try to get to what is the right level of abstraction to say, this is the challenge. This is the overarching challenge that if we solve this thing, we're going to hit our goal, right? And so it might not be one feature, one epic, one product. You'll see later on when we get to coherent actions that this is probably going to take multiple iterations or multiple initiatives to get us to the point where we can overcome that challenge. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we have to create a guiding policy, which is what we're going to cover in the next video. But before we get there, take a step back after this video is over. Think to yourself, what is the biggest challenge in our way, our team, our company? What's in our way of hitting our goal? And then open up that Google Doc that I put into the resources section and put that in there, because we need to keep building on this tangibly as we go, so that way when we're done with this course, you have something that where you can go inside of your own company, or you can launch your own startup and have something really solid that helps frame how you approach every single minute of your day, or at least every minute that you give to your business, right? But it gives you a really firm foundation to build off of. So with that said, I'll see you in the next video as we go through guiding policy.